The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 6 of The Formal Gamer. The University of Threadless has produced some peculiar pupils, but none more peculiar than Goros, Farvan, and Sotru. They face an assignment unlike any other: to uncover the secrets of class and discover the origins of the dragon cults. Will they pass or fail? Will they live or die?
Hello and welcome to episode 27 of season 10 of the Formal Gamer podcast. And it's very exciting. This episode is like a chocolate-covered dwarf. It's short and sweet. I think I've used that joke before. I used it at Jules' wedding as well. That is nothing to do with anything. I hope you've all had a lovely New Year and a great Christmas. I'm still very ill. I'm deaf in one ear, so if I'm either too loud or sound weird, it's because I can't really hear myself at the moment. It's very confusing. Some people on Twitter and Facebook send us lovely messages, so thank you for those. They make us feel better about ourselves and happy about the world. So keep doing that. It does make us feel genuinely happy. But more important than our happiness is that you enjoy the episode.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast. So, we had taken some pills last episode. We had confronted Una. We had stolen those pills from her. And some of our characters had been given a massive, enormous boost in both skill, strength, moss, and all other really important things.
And one of the characters hasn't!
And one of the characters hasn't, because in his rage, Sotru has crushed the last remaining pills that might have leveled up our dear, dear Farvan. Now, before we get too many emails, we are aware that last episode these character sheets were new to our players and that perhaps some more damage should have been done by certain characters in sneak mode than perhaps was done. However, we are going to tie that down to the conceit that our characters were still getting to grips with their newfound powers. So with that, it is now Una's turn in this fight in a completely silent, muted challenge room with wind, rain, and mud around everywhere. And Una has got a shield golem directly in front of her. She is going to take... She's already tried to conduct a spell in this sort of mute world that they are in, and that's not going to work. So she is just going to lunge forward, mouth agape, wound on her neck agape, leaning forward with a knife that she has pulled out from some concealed place within her dress, and she jumps forward towards Bo, who is standing directly in front of Sotru. And she is going to hit him. Dice. And she's going to rip that shield off of his arm and from the socket itself with one hand and stab forward with the knife towards Bo himself with such force and vigour that the knife itself scratches and pierces the metal on his breastplate, and you see an electrical sort of come out from inside his chest, go along the knife, and you see her suddenly with a force retract the knife as if she herself has been stung by some sort of force from within the golem. He staggers back and bumps into Sotru, and you see him unsteady on his feet. His major purpose in life, that being to shield Sotru, has been ripped out of his arm, and he stands in front of you. Right, over to Farvan.
So Farvan when we left him last time, had run over to Sotru to get the pills.
Yes.
And as he got there, Sotru's eyes beamed red. He raged, threw his arms out, squeezed his hands, smashed all of the pills in his hands.
All the remaining pills, yes.
And all the vapours coming off his hand as he ran off. So I want to look, are the vapours still hanging in the air?
So he's dropped the little the remnants of the pills all on the floor. They are currently on the floor in the mud, and you can see within the mud, swirling within there, bits of liquid and a vapour hanging across the top of the mud.
Oh God! So I get down on my hands and knees, and I get out my pan pipes.
Right.
And I start sucking up all the vapours.
You do that, and you can feel this imbuement of power coming from these vapours. But you're looking down at this mess on the floor, and with the wind and the rain, and you know when you're at a petrol station, you see that weird sort of sheen.
Yeah, the petrol sheen. Yeah.
On any liquid.
Oil and water.
Charlie.
Don't worry. The best sheen, obviously.
It's like a Martin puddle on the floor, and it's you're looking and you're thinking, I've got some of the benefits to this, but I think there's more that could be got from this situation.
Okay. Well, I will drink up the muddy water then.
Roll me your constitution.
All these dice doing in here. Well, that's gone well.
They're all the dice.
Formal gamer 3.
4.
A 4.
Yes.
Right. You suck up the
Don't
mud.
move those dice, Jules. Sorry, I just had to hit Jules. Continue.
Good. I'm
You
glad
su-
it's okay.
You suck up all the you suck up all this sort of this liquid that looks like sort of petrol and water. You suck up that. You take in some of the mud as well, and you are on the floor heaving, dry heaving, as this mixture of goodness and just mud and gunk is going down your neck into your stomach, and you're there heaving, and that will be the end of your go.
Wonderful.
For this turn.
What a great moment in my life.
Just the idea of you sucking it all up through your pan pipes to the floor, like a crack addict that's dropped some fresh cocaine on the floor.
The irony being that Goris would have enjoyed this.
I was looking over going, what? What do you mean that was acceptable?
Like, while he's fighting, he thinks I'm having a banquet.
Yeah. Remember, I just thought we were doing so this is... But I have noticed that my powers have started kicking in, and this is fucking incredible.
Are you tooting? Like little toots of smoke coming out from your
We'll
butt.
get to what's changed in Goris in a moment.
hell.
But Raven, it's been probably actually only about 20 seconds since you took your pills, but you're already feeling sort of supercharged, and compared to your last go, you
Yes.
think, were I to stab someone in sneak mode now, I would be doing almost 10 times the amount of damage
I
that I was
know.
doing before.
It had a
You
horrible
find
temporal
yourself with,
displacement.
a rapier right next to Raven, and not rest of Raven with your rapier. You find yourself right next to Una.
Okay, I'm going to try and slash at her existing neck wound
Oh, okay.
with my rapier. So that'll be 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, and because she's next to an enemy, we can do a sneak attack.
Oh, okay, because she's distracted by Sotru
Okay.
and Bao, who is, although he's very, very injured at the moment.
So first damage will be 7 for 12.
Okay.
And second damage will be... So I get to roll 10d6s now, which we forgot last time.
Well, we didn't forget, obviously.
Sorry.
Raven just hadn't got a full grip of her power yet.
Forgetful gamer. Okay, so that's going to be...
A lot of numbers.
29 damage.
29 extra damage. Okay.
If sometimes you think we do the math quickly, it's because I cut the maths out. Don't think we're that good at math. We're not.
So you've done you did a double slash on her arm. You swing round and you deliver an attempt at a cutting blow, almost like you're trying to fell an already wounded tree at the neck area. Your strike is true, and it lands straight on into where the cut is already, and you feel that blade dig in and hit something hard, probably the back of her neck, her spine, as it goes
Eesh.
in there. and as you draw it out, you're looking at the blade. You're expecting a lot of blood in there, but it is just dry, and there's just bits of dry flesh on there.
Uh-oh. I don't have a magical weapon, so that's my go.
Okie doke. Goros, this turn, you have taken... had the pills thrown into your mouth the last turn. You are now overcome with a feeling of just almost palpable electricity and just tingliness running across your body. It's like you've stepped out the shower with mint gel on all over your body.
We've all been there.
And there is a cool breeze coming from a fan towards you.
And you forgot to wash it out of your butt crevice.
Yeah.
So you left a big wodge in there.
It is
And it's
super
beginning
super cool.
To
Now,
electrify.
because you have literally just taken these pills and you were getting to grip with this, you have one action this turn.
Okay. That action is going to have to be just to attack, I suppose, because that makes the most sense. So I dive in,
So
30 foot forward to try this attack!
So
That's 30 foot forward to try
you're
this attack.
standing there and you go to kick off to do this 30-foot trident attack, and you realise that you go to kick down on the floor and you realise that your feet aren't actually on the floor.
Oh shit!
You've
Because
started.
I know what power I've got now. I'm the Tempest Cleric. Motherfucker, I fly. I'm on a cloud. Like, literally on a cloud.
What's that cloud made out of?
It's dark.
Remember that hole we talked about in a different episode?
Where did it come from, the cloud?
It's just coming out of me all the time.
So you
Little crackles of electricity on it.
Crackles, toots.
you kick off nothingness and you dive forward 30 foot with your trident, as you know that your spells won't work in this. Well, your vocal spells won't
That,
work
as a
in this
cleric,
muted
that
area.
is all my spells. Clerics
Well-
have to say their spells. It's kind of the thing. So, I am coming 30 foot towards her with my trident.
You are.
Pushing off a little storm cloud. I am Stormborn now. Oh my fucking lord.
Is it Goris Stormborn rather than Merryweather then?
Oh, it's still merry weather. Look at the weather. Right. That is 27.
You guys are rolling hot. That is a hit. Yes.
Better fucking be. And that is, and that's still 1d10 plus 3, because really what's improved is my magic abilities rather than my stabbing abilities. 6 plus 3, 9.
9. Okey-doke. So you step forward with the trident. Una puts her hand up and your trident grazes through, and you see the centre fork from your trident just take out a chunk from the corner of her hand. You expected again to see a stream of blood or something come out of it, but there's just nothing. It's like the corner of her hand just is pulled off and severed through by this trident.
Do I believe her to be undead?
You'll have to roll for that, but we will do that next time. You dive past her, dive through her, and because you're technically flying, you kind of end up hovering just past her.
Right.
I'm kind of trying to work out what direction you'd be facing. I guess you kind of do a
I'm not on a jetpack thing, I'm just spinning around on it. I'm
Yeah.
having a great time. This is the best day ever.
Sotru.
Sotru flies into a frenzy.
But not flies like Goris, but
No, yes.
emotionally flies.
Yes,
A
exactly.
really silent, angry frenzy.
Which means I can attack as a bonus action.
Well, that's
So
lovely. So
I
three
can-
attacks.
3 attacks.
Okie doke. Do you want to roll all 3 at the same time?
Yeah, I might do actually.
Yeah.
I'm also
And are
doing
you gonna
reckless attack.
I was gonna say so,
So,
6.
six-
No,
No.
do two at a time. 2d20 at a time. And we'll calculate all the damage together. 2d20
19 and 18.
plus quite a lot, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be a hit. That's fine.
13.
So first one is a hit. Do the d20 again.
It's 29.
That is a hit. Next one.
28.
And that's also a hit. Right. Roll 3 lots of damage. So this is you going in and pulverizing her. You're able to get a good hit on her now because unfortunately Bo appears to be critically injured. He's had his arm ripped off, his shield arm ripped off, and you can actually get access to Una now and really lay these heavy punches in. Which hands have you got on? Because I think last time you had...
I think I had the normal hands.
I think he had normal hands, so unfortunately that is going to be lesser damage because they're not actual weapons, but this is still going to be an incredible amount.
1.
It's a well. That's a 1. Yes,
That is
good
an
start.
incredible amount.
3. 9.
There you go. That's out.
13, and then I get +7. So,
So times 3,
13,
so-
21.
Yeah. So actually, the pluses were higher than
24.
the actual dice roll,
Yeah.
that you had there, which is classic. Okay. Yep. So you are just pummeling fist on fist on fist, and actually you feel to your left and to your right 2 further golems appear, and they mimic your hits, and they do a further amount of damage as you see them smash in, and Una start to back off as she realises she is pretty much surrounded at this point. So Raven, your second turn.
No, I only get that in my first round.
Oh, do you? I
Yeah.
see. Right, let me cross you out of there then. Right. Una is going to use her movement to disengage. She's going to back off from the people that have sort of semicircled around her. Now, who does she wish to have a look at?
Hello.
Right. She turns, she looks at Goris. She turns, she looks at Farvin. She turns, she looks at Sotru and the other golems in front of her. And then she turns to Raven. And you can see her saying something. Use your insight, please, Raven.
Hope your lip reading's good.
Okay, so that's a 9, but at this new high level, I think my plus is bigger. So, oh no, it's still nothing. 9.
She shouts, and you can't really see what she has said, but she launches herself towards you, almost spinning in sort of like a mini tornado fashion
Right, Emperor
towards
Palpatine.
you. Oh yes, in fact, yes, it's exactly like that. And
I'm going to use my uncanny dodge to use my reaction to half any damage she does against me if she hits me.
okie doke. Is gonna be an 18 against your new AC.
Where is that on here? Yeah, it's going to hit, but like I said, I'll take half damage.
Okie doke. I need to borrow some of your D6s, please.
Oh, I see.
Of course, sir.
You can keep them.
That will be 19 damage halved, which is 9.
Okay.
So 9 damage. She wins towards you. Multiple little knife strikes towards you, which land on the... what kind of armour are you wearing? Are you wearing armour?
I was wearing studded armour, but you've given me leather armour here.
Well, let's say it's studded leather armour, whatever. And it's towards you, and little nicks in the leather, but I would imagine that doesn't do a great amount of damage to you.
No,
as you
I'm
are.
good. Yeah, I'm feeling confident.
Right. Farvin, back to you.
Yes? I'm still on my knees, feeling horribly sick.
And you now feel like you might have enough emotional and physical strength to get up and do something.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you don't want to.
Not really. I'm looking down at this battle below, and I stand up and I shake myself off. I look at the battle and see between me and Una, who's standing there. What's the battle look like?
So you have Una and Raven off to one side, your right. In a little clump in the middle are Sotru, the 3 golems, and Goris.
The
Have
god
the
of
3
thunder.
golems have not had an attack, have they?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
you
have.
rolled them in.
Oh.
So when you say Raven and Una, is Raven between me and Una? If I cast an attack from here, would it hit Raven?
You'd be able to move, so that could.
I also can
that could
dodge
happen. At
some
the moment,
area
it's
effects.
not. But if you wanted it to be, you could move, so that was.
So, alright, I'll move round and then I'll cast another catapult. So I levitate up another stone using my fingers and then
Yep.
push it off, casting a catapult. So she has to roll a dex saving throw again.
Oh no, D20. Oh, she's not done well. Nope, that's a 5.
3d8 damage.
3d8.
I'll roll that up.
Yep. Okay.
Oh. Yep, not that too good. 6 damage.
6 damage.
Still feeling quite sick.
Okie doke. Raven, back to you. You've been pushed back 5 foot by the assault from Una on you. You're at
Okay.
the edge of the trench where you had hidden before.
Okay. How's she looking?
She's looking damaged, but you've not seen any sign of blood or anything that in D&D
Significant
terms
damage,
you would
yeah.
approximate to be bloody.
Okay, I'm going to do another sword attack on her, but I'm also going to try and push her into the ditch
Okay.
as a result of this attack.
Oh, right. It's got like a movement thing, is it? Or
Well, it doesn't. I mean, I'm
Such a classic mirror move.
I'm just role playing. So I'm going to try and slash at her to kind of make her A, do damage, and B, potentially disorientate her.
Right.
So it's going to be 15 to hit.
Right, okay. No, 15's not a hit.
Okay.
So you try to do sort of like leg trip stabby maneuver with your rapier, and you swing round, and she appears to foresee what you're going to do and smoothly sidesteps away back towards the door.
She's going towards the door now.
She sidesteps backwards towards the door. Yes.
Okay. In that case,
You can see her just screaming something and shouting something in front of you, and repeatedly trying to do spells.
is she
You can just
moving?
see her
She's not moving away though at the moment because this is her turn. It's not her turn.
Yeah, no.
But I will probably get an opportunity attack then.
If she does move, yes.
Okay, all right.
She looks like she's going to be moving.
Okay.
Sorry, to which door? The door which we came in and she came in from?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Goris.
Okay, so I will. Oh, no, that's my level 5 character sheet. That's not going to help me in any way.
You're currently
in this
lying with
situation.
You're currently lying in midair with your trident, almost in a sort of like you're laying on a chaise longue.
I want to
with
be
the
lying
trident.
for Superman pose at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
So I noticed that Una is looking at the door, so I'm going to put myself between her and the door. I'm going to zip round on my cloud.
Yep.
And
There's a little toot toot from your.
well, no, it's silent.
All right. Well, yes.
Yeah, we're in complete silence.
It's like
But you
fighting
can see
space.
puffs.
Yeah, you can see puffs.
Now I'm going to go for another stab with my crossbow, with my trident. Just because I'm still getting used to my character sheet, I've got loads of powers now. This is a divine strike, though. So I imbue my trident with electrical power as I thrust it.
I see.
I don't think that's going to be a hit, unfortunately. 4 plus 9, 13. No, 15 wasn't a hit, so that's not a hit.
No, that's not a hit.
Are you going to do check for undeadness as well?
Yeah, I will do, as a bonus action, I would like to check her undead status. So
Yes.
what I will do, actually, is that a... Yeah, so I'm just going to do like an insight check to see why I think she's undead.
Yep.
Oh, 19.
19. You look at her.
Plus 11. 30.
Yes.
Robin to the extreme. I want to know everything about her now.
You look at her and she looks remarkably different to when you first met her on that mountainside. When you first met her on that mountainside, she was resplendent, she looked healthy. Having said that, she was still wearing that thick scarf round her neck when you saw her on the mountainside. But like Wellborn has apparently deteriorated when you've seen him, she appears older, she appears like she has been through some sort of time dilation herself, like she has been in here a long time since you saw her last. And it would appear that whatever power was holding her together before is not necessarily making her weaker, but is taking more control over her. And yes, you now, whereas you did not before, get nascent undead kicks.
Uh-oh.
That's good for me. I'm a cleric. Let's fight the undead. Thought my thing. I've got special powers against the undead.
Right.
Still, I've got no spells. That's quite useful.
Sotru,
Oh, same.
you want to search to see if she's undead?
No, same as last time.
All right. So you move forward back to where she is, and you go for multiple attacks. Roll them in 2s again. 4 and a 3. That's not a hit.
13, 4, 13.
13 plus
13, 26.
26 is a hit.
8 plus 13, 21.
No, it's 6.
6.
Oh, was it 6? Sorry.
So 19.
19 is a tie.
Okay.
Defenseman's on a tie.
It says 1 hit.
What's the total?
You rolled an 8.
19.
You're
Okay, 19
welcome.
Yep. Right. Una now is looking pretty distraught and confused. She's incredibly wet. Yes. Were she not some sort of undead creature, I would imagine that Goris would have an immense amount of fun rubbing up against her.
Still mine.
And
she's rotten.
She moves away, and you, Raven, will get an opportunity attack as she just moves directly away from you and looks as if she's running towards the door.
Okay, I'm going to use the opportunity to slash at her with my rapier again, which will be a 19 to hit.
19 to hit, that's a tie, unfortunately.
Do I get a opportunity attack?
You do.
Lovely. Nope. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
What happens? Is there any? Did we have any signals for Wellborn?
No. didn't get
Okay.
that far.
All right, who's next?
So she's moved away, she moves towards the... so she's
Weren't
moved-
you going around there to get in front of the door?
No, I just moved to attack. But
Okay.
my intention was actually to go for the door as well.
Right, you want to be near there as well, do you?
Yeah, on my turn I'll move over. Yeah.
She's moved over and she's got her back to the door at this point. And
Back to the door.
as in, she's run over and she looks like she doesn't want to go through without you stabbing her in the back again.
Yeah.
Right,
She's turned
yeah.
round. She's run up
Yeah.
to and turn.
Yeah. And she will be going... In fact, sorry, you were right next to her as well, weren't you?
Yeah, he just punched her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So opportunity for
Get an
you as well.
opportunity attack.
Oh, right.
My son.
Is that just one attack then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll a 20.
Oh, Robin. Get back.
Bet you're, glad,
Get back here. Get back.
bet you're glad I reminded you about that.
Yeah, DM gets it. Go on.
Something 6.
Sit.
46.
Just
That's
a
just a
miss.
miss.
Just a miss.
You lucky duck.
He is raging.
Haven't I had 2 botches
Yeah, you
already?
have.
So
Yeah.
you go as she runs away. You go to strike. You just slip and you sort of you fall down to one knee, and there's a big glump of mud just
Oh,
goes
not a
all
glump.
over one of your legs.
It's the worst Eddie Murphy film.
You see her stand in front of the door, and you see her. She doesn't look like she's going to attack. She takes the knife out, and you see her rake it up her left arm,
Sexy.
and you see her as if she's concentrating on something while she's doing it. Okay, Farvin.
So, I'm carry on going towards the door. I'm trying to keep a wide berth of all the action, and I've been moving around.
You are feeling imbued, but you're not. You've seen what's happened to these guys, and you're feeling sick in your stomach, and for one, you're not growing moss all over your body like Sotru. Probably to be
I'm
honest.
checking
You're
all
not
the
floating
time.
in a cloud like me.
No,
You're
I'm
not-
jumping up and down. Nothing's happening.
You're not floating on a cloud like there, and you're not a kung fu ninja like Raven at the moment. You are feeling more speedy
Okay.
though.
Right. Well, I'm going to do one action to move, and then I'm also going to carry on as I'm running, flicking up stones. I'm this time going to do a higher level attack with catapults. So I'm going to run along, and I flick up a stone and pound it at Una.
Okay.
Okay, she has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okie doke. That will be... Dex is that. That will be 19.
Oh, no, she beats it. She manages to dodge that one.
Right. So it's weird. She's not even barely paying attention, but her head just moves to the left, and that stone wings out and hits the door.
Oh, well, that then does damage to the door.
Oh, right, of course. Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
So that does 5d8 damage to the door.
Wow, that's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that was my highest level.
What you got to tell me? I can't see the dice.
No, I'll tell you now after I've done my rolls. It does 32 damage to the door.
Wow.
There were 3 8s in there.
I mean, that's a real bitch, that didn't hit. 38 damage to the door. Basically, it shatters, but it's very odd because the door. I don't think you've really properly gone
No, we
for
haven't
this.
really tried to attack the doors open.
It cracks and it looks shattered, and there is just a darkness behind where the actual door is, and the door handle and the outside of that bit is still there on that door. Okay. Raven, you're a movement away from this lady. She's kneeling down. She looks like she's cutting up her wrist with a knife, as if she's doing some sort of
She's
spell.
doing a ritual. I'm going to try and cut her arm off.
Lovely, Phil.
19 to hit.
19 to tie, unfortunately.
Oh, can I use I have a special ability now, I'm level 20.
Yep.
Stroke of luck, you have an uncanny knack for succeeding when you need to. If your attack misses a target within range, you can turn the miss into a hit. So,
Right.
bad news bear.
Just a cheap one,
That's
that one, isn't it?
powerful, isn't it?
How many times can you do that?
Every time.
So that is 14 to hit. But I don't think I get a sneak attack because now she's not.
No, she's fully aware that you are.
Yeah.
there.
And I try and chop her arm off or stop that ritual that she's doing.
Right, so you bring your rapier down, and it slices down the upper part of her arm all the way down. You see her there, and she's going to roll. You see her sort of grimace and sort of sort of look at you with the corner of her eye, but she's still able to focus on whatever she's doing to her arm. Goris.
Right, so I am going to scuttle over on my cloud. Whoop! Going to be in the way of the door, try and stop the door opening. But I'm then going to unwrap my holy headband and hold it up to her. And I'm going to start close my eyes and pray to cord. And I'm going to. I think this works. I'm going to do turn undead. She needs to roll a wisdom saving throw
Okay.
to beat 19.
Yep.
Now, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because this other power I've got is so complicated that I'm going to save that until I really understand what's going on. It sounds like I could just win every time.
She rolls. That's very bad. The highest was a 15.
Okay, so what's her challenge rating? I know this is a weird one.
The one I'm using doesn't have that.
Ah.
Oh, actually, no, it does. Yes, 21.
Okay, that's fine. She doesn't automatically turn to dust, which is a relief.
Who's that a relief for?
Well, she's no longer allowed to take actions except for to dash.
Wow.
For the next minute, she must just move away from me. And she must get as far away from me as possible.
So she's like scared away. She's
Yeah.
repelled by you.
Can't willingly move into a space within 30 feet of me. Can't take reactions. For her actions, must only use a dash action to try and escape.
Bloody hell.
Very nice. Okay.
No, just chasing around. Boogie, 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 boogie.
On your cloud?
On my cloud. Annoyingly, not being able to get close enough to ever hurt her because of the whole effect of the spell.
It's going to get away from the door.
Yeah, I'm going to stand by the door.
Yeah.
Right, is she forced to do that now or on her
Yeah,
next
yeah.
turn?
Well, on her...
Perfect.
must spend its turn, so on her turn.
Okay, right. Sotru.
So,
So I'm going to move towards her and
Yep.
do exactly the same thing I've been doing.
Punching her repeatedly.
Yes.
Soru's really got one thing in mind with it.
19?
High?
17.
Below?
Oh no, as in that's what I rolled.
Oh.
You need to tell him the open number, Robin. We know this.
Alright,
My eyes are red now.
22.
Alright, it's a hit. Yep.
Yay!
17 again, which I assume is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all 3 hits. Punch, punch, punch.
That's D10.
3.
2. 9.
Quite a lot of damage.
14 plus 21. 35.
35 damage.
That is a serious punching.
Well, in addition to some other dice that
Oh, and I get +4 as well.
But 3 times plus 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
So
34 plus.
So 47.
That is some serious punching.
Right. There is a serious amount of punching going on here, and you are joined by 2 other golems who are
It's like the Warriors.
I should put,
Yeah.
also conducting some serious punching on this woman, who is now she was on her knees already, and you're basically punching her into the mud at the
There's
moment.
going to be so many opportunity attacks where she has to run away from it.
And
Because they all get on to you.
it is now her turn, and she's forced to flee.
Yep.
Now, as far away from you as possible.
She can. The only action she can take is the dash action. She cannot take bonus actions. Nothing. She can't turn a door handle. She must flee.
I mean, she's surrounded, so I'm trying to work out how that's physically possible. But she will just try and push through you, and everyone here,
Except for the.
except for Farben, gets an opportunity attack. So,
Okay.
Raven,
Am I even in any of these fights?
15, not a hit.
4. Not very your opportunity attack.
It's like a cartoon where they're all beating on something. There's a dust cloud, and then someone just crawls out, and no one notices.
13.
Plus.
What was this? 10, wasn't it? 26.
yes. So you're pounding her into the mud. She's trying to crawl out, and as she's crawling out, you just land one punch directly on her left ankle, and you'll need to roll damage.
You got to stop sitting down so much.
7 plus 7, 14 plus 4, 18.
She crawls up, and she then takes. So she effectively takes her double movement to run towards now the bridge area, which is in the water.
Okie dokie.
In fact, no, she does not.
How long does she have to run away for?
1 minute. 10
minute.
turns.
Yeah, it's quite. So actually, she's run directly away from you.
She just had to try and get away from me, and once she's outside of 30 feet, she
No,
must
okay.
just,
In that case, she just has to get away from you.
it must spend their turn trying to move as far away from you as it can. Sorry, she must double move away.
She
from
runs
me.
directly towards the side of the river and jumps into the river. And the last you see of her in this episode, or possibly this campaign, is that Una is dragged under the water and is last seen being pulled downstream in this ethereal world somewhere deep within the mountain of class, in a world that perhaps doesn't really even exist, and how long it will be there for we don't know. And Una is dragged under the water and taken away with the current in the river. And with that, we will end this episode.
Thanks for listening.
Wow.
Thanks for listening.
There ends the Book of Water.
Bye.
The Formal Gamer, podcasts for those with exquisite taste.